Welcome everyone. Today we're going to show you how to install Race Louvers. They come with instructions, but as is tradition, for those of you that don't know how to read, we're going to show you how to do it. So this is the kit. Matt, what do we got here?
So what we have here today is a set of louvers from a brand called Race Louvers. I've done quite a lot of research in the last few weeks on different kinds of louvers, brands, models, shapes, roles for my class and whatnot. And I decided I want to go with these specific louvers. Full transparency, we are collaborating with those guys. They're helping us out. At the same time, we wanted to share how to do this and maybe encourage you to get yourself a set as well.
So it's a 3-piece louver set, I can see. Right.
So there are many different options. Race Louvers has a ton of different louvers for different cars, for different models, different shapes. These are specific to E46 M3. They don't really have one for 330. They have one for E46 M3. But this should fit perfectly fine on my 330. So what we're looking at is a centerpiece that you can buy separately, and then 2 side louvers for improved cooling and downforce. All right, so besides the louvers that I mentioned before and the instructions that Nico decided not to use, the kit comes with a set of rivets that we're gonna use for installing the louvers in the hood, as well as a set of templates. So these templates, they're in size 1 to 1, and they show you the exact shape we're gonna cut out in the hood. So this is one for the centerpiece, and then 2 for the side louvers. The tools that we need to have for this project is some masking tape and a pen to mask out the area that we're gonna be cutting and to place the templates and then do the final clean cuts. We will need drill and drill bits, an angle grinder that I'm missing here right now. So we'll need that. The last tool will be a rivet device.
Rivet device, yes.
A rivet tool. So we're
awesome.
gonna use this for riveting the louvers in the car.
Side note, yes, Matt is obsessed with Milwaukee tools, but no, this video is not sponsored by Milwaukee. Just wanted to throw that out there.
So not horrible, but it comes in red, so yeah.
There you go, it's all matching. I love it, perfect.
The first step will be to find the position of the radiator. Race Louvers recommends having the louvers 2 to 4 inches past falling edge of the radiator, the one that is closer to the driver. So we're gonna first mark it on each side, and then mask out the area where we'll be cutting out the louvers. Place that, templates, mark everything out. Here what we're gonna do is we're gonna create holes in the hood so that the air is actually being sucked out. So it's gonna improve the cooling anyway.
Does it help with aerodynamics as well?
Yes. Nice. So that's another subject.
Yeah, let's not get too technical.
A ton of wind tunnel videos, so if you guys are interested, I recommend checking it out. They have all the documentation with data as well. So
that's awesome.
There's a lot of cool stuff out there. So.
Yeah, we'll link that stuff in the description for those of you that are interested and want to get nerdy. So.
Yep. And BMW is helping us out with their logo.
So that's the center of the hood.
So we got the center of the hood, roughly. Pop up the hood. Don't reveal too many secrets.
Should we make this whole scene blurred?
Maybe, censored. All right, so just roughly putting some tape on each side. I see it's roughly...
Whoa, don't you just want to like span something across? Do you want to get super scientific with it?
Maybe.
Here, can I show you what I was thinking? So what I was thinking is to use tape to basically span across to here. So you kind of get the gist, what's where, so to say. And then, so it's based on these little bumpers right here. And then from here, you can measure your 2 to 4 inches back.
I like it. Yeah. All right, let's do that.
So measuring tape, I keep hitting my shins on the splitter. 2 3/8.
All right.
Okay, so we are 2 3/8 over here, and we are 2 1/2 over here. Interesting. So we got 2 3/8, 2 1/2. So basically, as far as I could tell, we want to be 3/8 off this way and about 3/8 off this way.
Sounds good.
Thinking, right?
Yeah. Crooked, you'll just buy me a new hood. That's fine.
Well, this is just an idea, so we can definitely go with other options. So 3/8 right here, 3/8 right here. I bet all of our European viewers are probably scratching their heads right now. They're like, what system are they using? So that's my idea. Like I said, there might be better ways.
So now we can remove this tape and close the hood?
Yeah, I would say so. So now that we have our initial marks, which were close to perfect, but not quite, so definitely do your own measurements, use your own best judgment.
You could use a piece of yarn, for example.
Yeah, that would probably be better,
a bit easier,
more accurate.
Yeah. So now we're gonna connect these 2 spots that we marked. Cool. So this line here, the bottom one, is where the louver should start. So this is 2 inches behind the radiator. What I'm thinking is cut out the center louver template, put it here and see how it places from
in relation
the back of the hood. Cool. Well, so this is gonna be the location of the first louver. I'm gonna double check the instructions to make sure that it is in the right place and re-measure the radiator again.
I mean, they do say measure what, 14 times, cut once?
And the front 2 to 4 inches behind the back of the radiator mark. Now, for maximum efficiency, louver should be mounted 2 inches behind. I wonder if this should be 2 inches away or this.
So instructions are not 100% clear on that?
No. 20 to 24 for center hood louvers. 20 to 24, I'm at 16 and a half.
20 to 24 from what?
From the back of the hood, so from the windshield side to the top of the louver.
But that's not even possible then. That's where I'm a little bit confused, is that obviously every manufacturer is going to be different because the engine, everything sits completely different in most.
Right, and they said that the front is more important than the rear, if I remember correctly from the instructions. So they said if you have to sacrifice this distance for having 2 inches here, that's better than matching that.
And I mean, to be fair, you have a mini louver already in your hood.
Yeah. So we have the center line. I'm gonna tape that.
Okay, so once you're happy with the template, which is pretty tricky considering it's a paper template.
Maybe I should have taped the whole thing on and just cut through paper.
Pretty scary.
Tell me about it.
I mean, it depends. So do you want this or this to be centered? I think I would definitely try to center this somehow up here, this piece.
Okay.
I think that would be the way to go, honestly. So what you're thinking is going off of these corners right here?
I would go tip to tip, maybe.
I mean, thank you, but no thank you. Yeah, so like we said at this point, just gonna be transferring these measurements from the corners over to the other side. That's about as close as we can get. I mean, ultimately it's not gonna be perfect, there's no doubt about it. I think our goal is just that when you look at the car, you don't think, ooh, what happened here? And of course, functionality, which is the top priority.
Now, we're gonna remove the hood. And then we're gonna cut the hood right here so we don't make a mess right there.
Cue the hood removal segment.
What's wrong without the hood?
Use a drill with a 3/8 drill bit.
3/8. Freaking American stuff. So 3/8.
Stop, most of our viewers are American. They're not going to appreciate this.
Oh, 3/8. Whoa, the
wow.
big guy.
Right there.
This was the first time it happened.
That was a lot of work. That was a lot of cutting.
More than I thought. So yeah, after pissing off some of my neighbors and long night, pretty much that's it. the louvers are fitted in.
Yeah, so Matt did quite a bit of cutting because he's also trying to reduce the weight of the hood as much as possible. If you are not in a race car application, this may not be ideal for you. For example, if you still have a street car.
Yeah, as Nico was saying, I removed a lot of reinforcement in the middle of the hood and in the back of the hood and on the sides. One, for weight reduction, and two, to make the riveting process a little bit easier. I still need to paint a lot of these areas. I did some of it, but then I found I need to cut more, so I need to repaint, but I'm gonna do that later. So
it looks pretty good though. I mean, that's a lot of aggressive cutting, but I think you did a really good job.
It's stressful, I won't lie, but hopefully it's gonna serve the purpose.
How's she fitting?
I think it's nice and even on your side and my side.
Of course it's nice and even on my side.
Okay.
This is...
Triple check all the marks.
How's it feel to drill into your head?
Not loving it. Engine? Not loving it, dude. Alright, so we have this one side, now this guy. And once that's done, remove all this, remove the tape, and then do more drilling and riveting.
Time for final fitment, huh?
So,
got your guide holes. That looks nice.
yeah,
I like it.
I think so too.
Pretty nice. There you go.
Cha-ching!
Boom! It is in there.
Alright, I'm gonna do all of them to align them.
Get all the starter ones done.
Yes. And then we'll start drilling more.
Last one?
Last one.
Boom.
That's it.
Done. I think it looks pretty cool. That looks awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah. This is it. This is the final product, guys. So as we said, obviously this is a true race car application. So there was a lot more cutting involved than you might be doing for a street car. But this is the overall look. I think Race Louvers delivers a pretty nice product. Mm-hmm. The install was pretty straightforward. You did have to do quite a few adjustment cuts.
Yes, absolutely.
There was a ton of adjusting, a ton of additional grinding. So that is not a straightforward process. So definitely make sure you pay attention to that. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hate to do this, but I have to remind you guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure that little bell notification icon is clicked and activated. I've noticed a lot of you guys are missing videos, so I want to make sure you don't miss any videos. That being said, Matt, thanks so much again for a good wrenching session, and we will see you guys in the next video.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive?